Hello everyone, welcome back to the Essential SQL series. Today we are going to learn about string functions. The string functions are primarily used to apply string operations on text data. So the major operators are upper and lower to convert data into uppercase or lowercase, trim, ltrim and rtrim to remove the trailing white spaces, extra white spaces, substring, instring to return a substring and to return an integer number where the position of a given string is, length to return the number of characters in a string, replace to replace a certain text in a within a text, pipe symbol to concatenate or join two strings, if null to return the second value if the first value is null, null if to validate if the two values are equal, coalesce to return the first non-null value on a list, group underscore concat to return a string which is concatenated with non-null values from a group. So let's look at them in practice. So in interest of time, I'll be using functions that I've already typed. I'll explain each of them before execution. So the first one, I'm just going to use the name from artist and the uppercase and lowercase. So when I execute this, as you can see the name ACDC, if you see in upper, you can see it is the same, but when it says lower, it converts everything into lower. However, when you see accept, which is in proper case, it is all upper and all lower when you use the upper and lower. Now let's look at trim, ltrim and rtrim. As you can see in this text, I have used trailing spaces and spaces in between. And let's see the output and then we'll discuss further. So you can see when I say this one, it does trim on both the sides. Ltrim is taking trim on both the side, only on the left side, and rtrim is doing trim only on the right side. Now substring takes a text and from a given number of character it finds x number of characters. So you can see from AC/DC it starts at third character and takes 10 characters. If there are less than 10 characters, it ends wherever it is finding the last character. So on the accept you can see the third character is C and it is able to return only 4 since there are no more characters, and so on. Now let's look at in string. As I said, it returns the position of a given string in a text, and this is case sensitive. So let's see. So for this one, you can see balls to the wall. So T here is small, so it returns 10th position. It takes one character for each space. And when we move further, so you can see TH is found here at the 5th character. So it returns the first position of the given text. Now let's see a simple one which is length of the text. So these you can see, these are 39 characters including space and the brackets and so on. It includes all the special characters as well, apostrophe, dots, etc. Then comes replace. In replace it, we will try to replace all the instance of the with a. Inject the venom becomes inject a venom, and night of the long knives become night of a long knives. Breaking a rules and let there be rock, you can see the is replaced by a, so there becomes r because we haven't specified any space or anything. Now let's look at the pipe symbol for concatenation. It simply joins two strings. So you can see here it says composer name, name of the track on the tracks, and how it becomes here. I have used a semicolon with space to identify the separator for the first and second string. So you can see these are the artists or composers and these are the names. And since there is null, it will automatically return null only. Here you can see name of the composer and the name of the track. So that's the join string or concatenate. So let's look at if null. So it returns the second character, second text if the first text is null. So if you remember this one is null, so what I did is I just replaced it with a simple blank. Now it returns it as a blank and not a empty null. So that's why there is no composer name. However, the name comes up instead of a null as the output. So let's take a look at null if. As you can see, we want to see if both the texts are the same. So since it's case sensitive, the first one returns only the first text. However, it returns null if both the texts are the same. Then come coalesce, which basically returns the first null in a list of strings. So here you can see if I'm using composer and name coalesce, in these three instances, the first text is composer, it comes there. However, in the second case, you can see there is null in the first field, so the second field is returned. And finally, group underscore concat, we'll see the output and then we can explain. So you can see all the media types which are coming up here. So for that, I'll explain you how the media type looks like, and then you can easily see how the output is. So you can see there are 5 media types as 5 rows. When I use group underscore concat, and I'm not using any default separate, I'm using the default separator, not specifying anything from my side. So it takes a comma by default, no space, and all the 5 are returned. And I gave my separator as semicolon and space, comma is replaced with that, and the same text is again output with semicolon and space. Practice a lot on this one. It will be really helpful for your day-to-day work. Keep learning. That's it for this video. Thank you.